Good afternoon. It is Meg from Meg Rogers Nutrition Coaching coming at you live. So one of my clients reached out this morning and I already went live in our full group, and I'm coming live here to share this with you because I know that more people are struggling with this. And she reached out because she's struggling with the 80-20 rule, asking so the 80-20 rule doesn't apply to a daily thing, right? So let's actually dig into this, because I know that this is something that I battle, and everybody is going to hit this point in their journey where they're just unsure, or maybe they're just falling tired of doing the same thing over and over. So first off, if you are using a program and you're following this program's meal plan to a T, and excuse me, you had amazing success when you were doing this program and you had amazing results and stuff, but then the program ended and then it all kind of slid a little bit and you started gaining back a lot of what you lost and stuff. So when that happens, what you did was not actually change your life. What you did was actually a quick fix. That was it. So guys, what I want for you, and what I always want for all of my clients, and my goal in helping them, is for you to create this as a lifestyle change, something that you can do every day while you're not dreading it or even hating it. And this should be something that you start and it becomes a lifestyle. So there's a really big disconnect when people get started, because they're starting, they're measuring and they're tracking, and either they'll get overwhelmed or they're they're just you know what, I'm so over tracking and stuff. And so they stop altogether. Hey, Lauren. So why does this happen? And why do they quit? Why do they stop tracking? Why do they get over it and stuff? And the reason is because it wasn't becoming a normal part of their lifestyle. Here's the thing. You don't have to sit there and track and measure and do every single thing every single day. You just need to do it in the beginning. So when starting, or even if you're years down the road, it is so easy to get locked in this mindset of, I have to follow this. And then you overwhelm yourself with, if I have a treat or a snack, I'm never going to reach my goals. And when that thought happens, I don't know about you, but it is so easy for me to start spiraling downwards. And then now I start getting obsessive. And now what I was also asked was, so having cheats each and every day keeps you from reaching your goals, right? Is that something that you think too? Oh my gosh, do I have to do 80-20? Do I have to deprive myself? Am I never going to be able to treat myself? And do you feel like you have to choose between your goals or enjoying your food in your life? If that's you, let me know below. And if you're catching this live, hit your favorite emoji. Let me know you're here, or say hi. But yes and no. So yes, yes, it's not the best thing to keep snacking every single day and daily, so if you're going to snack, the biggest killer to your success and why you're probably not seeing success is mindless snacking, and then snacking all day long. So be intentional about it. Hey, Hillary. So be intentional. If you're following the plan and you are doing it so rigidly, you already know that you're allowed to do, to fit into that plan, you can swap out 3 carbs 3 times a week, or 1 carb 3 times a week to follow that plan. But when new to doing this, I used to always suggest following the plan as best as you can for the first 3 weeks and the first month to get all that info retained, soak it in, just throw yourself into this, but actually taking, being intentional at what you're doing. Don't just measure, dump, and track it and stuff. No, be intentional. Okay, wow, this is how much a serving actually looks like, and getting used to that and visualizing and stuff. You do have to put in the work initially if you want to reach that level of not having to think about what you're doing and what you're eating and being obsessive about it. So right now, I do treat myself daily to something small, nothing crazy. I do have date nights every single week with my husband, sometimes 1-2 times a week. Here's the funny thing that people have a really hard time just grasping. Even before I got sick, or even got pregnant, even when I was ripped, 6-pack and ripped and muscles everywhere and stuff, guess what? I did the same thing with my food then that I do today. Nothing has changed. So then what is the biggest killer then to your goals? Guess what it is? You will not believe it. It's not that you're overeating. I mean, yeah, that's not helping. It's not that. It's your stress. Stress that you place on yourself, but what you need to do, shooting yourself to death. Oh my gosh, the baby's having a meltdown in the other room. I don't know if you can hear it. Stress of toddlers, stress of marital problems, stress of parenting problems, work stress. But even bigger than all of those things that you think are really big, stress from low self-worth is the biggest one. I have found, even in myself, I am so guilty of this one. Even if a woman does not believe she is worthy, she will not have success. She will sabotage. When I am stressed beyond belief, my brain's natural instinct is to go negative and start attacking. Well, you're just not worth it, Megan. And it will start attacking myself, and I have to get intentional and be like, wait a minute, no, that's a lie. So you will always, you will never be able to outwork a low self-esteem. So you always have to be working on that. And that's why I am so big on my people doing personal development. And I'm doing it too. Like, I'm walking the walk. Like, I'm not like, do this is why you're failing. No. I am walking the walk with you. I will never tell you or lead you down a path that I am not willing to walk myself. If you are finding yourself mindlessly snacking or wanting to do it all day, ask yourself, am I truly happy? Simple question, but now guess what? You're going to have to look internally and be like, okay, am I happy? Because it's a lot harder to change our life when we are miserable. Get to the root of the unhappiness. Hillary says stress is horrible. And it really is. And I witness people every single day. I have family members who will be like, yeah, nutrition is just so hard. Yeah, no, it's not. I promise you, nutrition is not a big mystery, especially when you follow my simple step-by-step video tutorial. Really, it's easy. In fact, if you watch my step-by-step, oh my word, I can't talk now. If you watch my step-by-step videos after I've broken down, like I do your macros myself. I will calculate your macros. I will take all of your history and get what I need. And then I will calculate your macros and tell you what they need to be. And if you watch my videos and you still can't figure it out, guess what? You didn't watch my videos, you didn't apply the knowledge, and you did not ask me questions so that I can walk you through it. Guess what? I don't care what your question is. You come to me, I will answer it. I will walk it through it with you. I will make sure that you understand it. I will hold your hand. If you still come to me and you're like, yeah, I still don't understand it. Guess what? I'll go back over it. I will do it in a different way until I find the language that you can understand. I will break this down for you in ways that you will never believe. I have people tell me, well, it would just be such a waste of money to invest in my health until I can do it perfectly. Guys, what is perfect? You're not Jesus. I've never seen anybody do this perfectly. If you're telling me that you can't do this until you can do it perfectly, here's the tough love truth. It's not a waste. You just don't want change. It's that simple. It's not a waste to get started and make those baby steps. It's a waste to do nothing. You just don't want change and you're creating an excuse. That's all that is. So back to nutrition. When you stress, the body releases more cortisol, which then makes us retain around the hips and the stomach. So you might find if you're finding that you're doing all the work, your hormones are balanced, you're not dealing with things like I am. You're not dealing with, hey, Kelly, you're not dealing with adrenal fatigue and having your endocrine system, which controls your entire, some people say, oh, it's my metabolism slow. Like, no, your metabolism is your entire endocrine system. There are so many working pieces to that. So Michelle, you have to see your success. You have to see your self-worth or you won't have the success. You self-sabotage without even realizing. Exactly. And yeah, it's like we talked about yesterday. Like, it is so intoxicating sometimes, that negativity, and we just start spiraling downwards and we just crave more of it and we create more of it. But anyways, if your hormones are balanced, check your stress level. And even if your hormones are not balanced, check your stress level. Because right now, I can tell you if my stress levels rise, it affects my entire digestive tract. I feel like junk. I want to comfort myself. Nothing is regulated. And it gets really bad really quickly. But you do, like I said, you do have to put in the work initially if you want to reach that level of not having to think about what you're doing and what you're eating and stressing about foods and stuff. Do you know your baseline intakes and stuff? Do you know how to adjust your macros to fit whatever workout you're doing? Do you know how to do that? Are you seeing success? If you're tracking by using the scale, I guarantee you are not going to get the results that you want. In fact, you're not doing it properly. You should be actually using photos. Photos, I know. We always want to avoid the photos because we're like, oh, but I don't like what I see. Oh, it's so, ugh. guess what? That right there is a self-worth problem. If you can't look in the mirror and see your naked body and be like, okay, well, I'm not where I want to be, but you know what? I'm going to love and honor this body as it is. Then guess what? You will never change it. So you know how you fix that? Right here. And that is what I coach with the neural pathway stuff. So you should be seeing changes in photos first. And you should, and hopefully, I really hope that this video helps somebody. And if you're needing help, what I teach is for everybody, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a working mom, because guess what? I was a working mom when I started this. So if you tell me, well, I'm a working full-time mom and raising kids, guess what? Excuse, I did it too. I don't care if you're a coach, trainer, whatever. I just want to help you remove the mystery and make nutrition simple, not only for you, but your family and your kids, in a way that is not going to be obsessive and something that you can do for the rest of your life. But all right, guys, I hope this helps. Get out there and make it awesome.